I'm Sally Yates. I don't really have a title right now, I guess. I'm former Deputy Attorney General of the Department of Justice. I come from a long line of lawyers on both sides of my family. My father, both of my grandfathers, my uncle, even my grandmother, who was one of the earliest women admitted to the Georgia bar. Maybe it was my own form of rebellion at the time that I felt that, I don't want to be a lawyer or be married to a lawyer, and went to college with the idea that I would do something completely different. But a couple of years out of college, I felt the pull back and went to law school, and I knew from the moment that I was there, from really the first week of law school, that I had found what at least I felt like I should be doing. I liked the kind of thought process. I liked the Socratic method in law school. I liked the intensity of it. I liked that you were really trying to puzzle through and figure out what the law is and then sometimes what the law should be. I went to the U.S. Attorney's Office and I had the opportunity to experience what it feels like to be on the right side of every single case. That's a real luxury for a lawyer, and I had a chance to do all sorts of different kinds of cases, from Eric Rudolph, the Olympic bombing case, to public corruption cases, to white-collar cases where individuals have been defrauded out of their life savings. That's work, I think, that matters in the world. I had been an AUSA in Atlanta for over 20 years and then was appointed by President Obama to serve as the United States Attorney in Atlanta for 6 years, which was just a remarkable honor. President Obama then appointed me to be Deputy Attorney General, which is the number 2 position in the Department of Justice. That was a big, big change from what I'd been doing before, but also, again, really gratifying because you're able to have an impact on a whole different level than the specific individual district from which I came.
In an extraordinary move, President Trump firing Acting Attorney General Sally Yates, only hours after she stood in defiance of the president's travel ban.
I couldn't in good conscience send Department of Justice lawyers in to defend the executive order that I did not believe was grounded in truth. And so I made a decision to direct the Department of Justice not to defend the travel ban unless or until we were convinced in the legality and constitutionality of the ban. I don't feel like I would have been doing my job to have done anything other than that. Certainly the reaction that I have received from folks has been very surprising to me and not anything that I would have ever anticipated. I received letters from people really all over the country after the travel ban, and there was one in particular that was very moving to me, and this was from a young couple out on the West Coast that had gone to the airport with their young son, who looked to be about 2 years old. And they went to the airport between travel ban 1 and 2 when individuals were coming in, and they sent me a photograph of their little boy holding up this sign that was probably bigger than him that said, "Refugees and immigrants welcome." They said that they went there and because they wanted the people who were coming off of those airplanes to know who we are, to know that's what we stand for. And importantly, they wanted their little son to know that that's who we are as well. Look, I'm sort of tearing up here. That's really moving. That's really important.